Good morning and welcome everyone to our today's webinar, Eltako and iRoom. It's 11 o'clock on point and we like to start with today's event. I like to welcome Kai Sepp from iRoom. Good morning, Kai.
Good morning, Michael.
I see you have some issues with my microphone, but sound is okay now?
Yeah, I'm not sure you choose the right input.
I did, I think. Yeah, it should be the right one. But I
Okay,
don't
it's
have
okay.
so much to say for today.
Yeah.
Okay, your microphone is more important than mine. Yeah, quick introduction. Kai is Export Sales Manager Europe from iRoom, and he will hold today's webinar. I just do the little introduction at the beginning. So first of all, thanks for joining. On the below side of this webinar interface, you can find an F&A or Q&A section. This is for typing in your questions and we try to answer them. There's also a chat field. I think this is not so important, but if you like to chat with the public or comment like microphone is on, off, you don't see the screen, anything like that, please let us know in the chat field. And now I'm happy to hand over to Kai.
Yeah, thank you, Michael, for the introduction. So yeah, hello everybody. My name is Kai from iRoom, and I'm happy to show you our products. And by the way, the webinar will be recorded. So when you want to look at a part or a section again, then it's available on the same link. It's the most time it takes like 1 or 2 hours, and then you just click on the same link as now and you can see the recorded version. So what can we expect from the webinar today? So I will show you our products in a short presentation. And after that presentation, I will go to a live demo and I will turn the camera on here and I will show you our products live here. So when you have questions, then please, Michael already told you, you can ask questions and please do that. And Michael can, yeah, maybe take a look at the question and we can answer them directly. And of course, at the end of the webinar, we have not a lot of time, enough time to, yeah, clear every question. All right, then let's go. iRoom. At the beginning, the guy with the long hair, that's me, by the way. And of course, when you have questions to iRoom products, then yeah, you can, of course, contact me, write me an email or give me a call, and I will help you to find the right solution for you. And we have, because we have a lot of solutions, a lot of products for our docking stations or for the iPads. So it's not so easy to find the right product. So then feel free to contact me. One page, iRoom. iRoom is founded in 2008 in Salzburg, Austria by Mark Hofer. And what is a unique feature and the first product we launched, we invented the first iPad docking station in 2010. 2010 is the year where the iPad was launched, and yeah, we were the first who invented and released a docking station for the iPad. And of course, we have a lot of connections to Apple, and so we are an Apple certified manufacturer until 2015, and that is the highest Apple license. So we are very proud of that. So that's not so easy to get this level of certification. It's not like you write an email and say, "Hi, I have a product, and can we please have a license for it?" No, it takes a few months and maybe a year. It depends on what you want to do. So it's a tough license when you want to get it. So for example, we have to certify every product with electronic on board, and a lot of our products have electronic, and every product we have to get certified by Apple. Yeah, we have over 65,000 installations all over the world. And yeah, that's why we make the webinar for you. Of course, the iPad is an international product available in almost every country. So we sell our products, of course, in every country of the world. So not only in Europe, in the US, in Mexico, and especially Dubai or some other states, we can sell our products. And we have partners that sell our products for us. We have a cooperation with B&O, Bang & Olufsen. Maybe you know them. That's a high-level manufacturer with for hi-fi and for television products. And you know they are very good with the design, with designing. So iRoom products are also very, very nice and very high quality products. So it's a good cooperation with B&O. And when you visit a showroom of B&O, you will see a iRoom product there too. And yeah, that's really cool that you have the opportunity to see it live. And so B&O is a good point to take a look at our products. We have a cooperation with Eltako, of course. So, and yeah, that's the good reasons we can integrate the whole world of EnOcean in our product. And I will show you that live in a few minutes. So that's really great for us and especially for the rest of the world, because EnOcean is such a cool radio system. And you maybe know it, the battery-free system. And that's a very, very nice point, even for our iDock or for our iRoom products. Here a short timeline. So I already told you that we released the first iPad dock in 2010. And yeah, maybe you will say, hey, okay, there's a lot of iPad docks on the market. Yeah, but we have one unique feature, and we released it in 2011. We have a motorized version of a dock, and that is a unique feature we have that nobody else in the world got a motorized iPad docking station. So of course we released a lot of more products in the last years with electronic, with tabletop version, and of course a lot of other docks with customized finished, for example. And yeah, in 2019 we started the cooperation with Eltako, and now in this year we will release a few more products, and some of them I will show you later. At the beginning, I told you there's a lot of docks from iRoom, and I will show you the main categories now. So we can say that we have a docking solution for every iPad on the market, and that's not normal. So the most docks are only for a few types of the iPad, and there's a lot of types at the moment. You have the normal iPad, you have the Air version, you have the Pro version, and you have different sizes. And it's not so easy, I told you, to find the right solution. We have the solution for you, and we can help you to find it. So the first category is our permanent docking solution for the iPad. It's a fixDock and it's a surDock. It's one solution in the wall, it's a fixDock, and the solution on the wall, it's a surDock. And the good thing about that is that it's available for all sizes of iPad. So even for the small version, for the 10.2 inch version, and for the big version, the 12.9 version, it's available. And it's very flexible. You can install it in landscape, or you can install it in portrait mode like you want it. And I told you at the beginning that the iRoom docks are high quality docks. And you can see that when you, of course, see them in real life, because we use only glass and aluminum for the docks. So no plastic. It's very long life version. So when you maybe have the opportunity to see one dock, you directly see the difference from cheap version. And yeah, the good thing even is that we have some technical feature that no other dock has. And one is the smart power management, of course. And what that is, I will show you that on the next page, because the smart power management is a battery feature. And the battery feature, what means that? So normally when you charge an iPad, you use the original charger from Apple. And that is good because it's not only a charger, and there is some intelligent loading mechanism in it. And when you buy a normal dock from the market, then the problem is that the iPad will be charging, but it will charge the whole time. So when the battery, for example, is full, then the iPad will take the energy from the battery and the power supply will reload the battery. So the battery is always on stress. It's already always working the whole time. And that's not good for the battery because, yeah, when you are on stress, you're getting older, of course, and faster as normal. So and it can happen that the battery will blow up, for example. Maybe you saw it before from pads, from iPads or from other tablets that this happened. And that is, of course, not good because the iPad is broken then. And we invented a smart power management technology. And what does this technology do? When the battery is full with our smart power management, then the battery falls to sleep and the power from our power supply goes directly to the iPad. So the battery is not longer on stress and your iPad will hold longer and you have a lot of fun with your iPad for a long time. So that's a really, really cool feature. And we already have it available in our iDock category model. That is the motorized version of the iPad, of the docking stations. And I go one slide back. We will release this feature to our basic, to the fix and surDock, as permanent solutions as well at the end of the year too. So when you say at the moment, for example, okay, that's a cool feature, I really like that, then no problem. You can buy and install a dock at the moment, and we will change the power supply for free at the end of the year when you want it. So just contact me, give me a call, and you can replace the power management when there's an option for you, only for your info. So of course, we have it available at the iDock models, the motorized version. And yeah, what can you do? Of course, with this version, you have a button on your dock here on the right upper side. And when you press it, the iPad will open, the dock will open the iPad, and you can remove it and you can keep it back when you want it. This iDock is our standard line, the motorized version one, and it's also available in the flush mounted version. So you have a standard version and you have a flush mount version for this pad. And the cool thing is that you can log it and you can open it via an app or over IP. And so no, not everybody can remove the iPad. You can only remove it when you want it over an app, for example. When you say, okay, an app is not really a great feature to release, to remove the iPad from the dock, then we have an iDock version with a keypad with a pin code here on the side. So the option is that you can here enter a pin code, and when you enter it, then the dock will automatically open. That's another option to remove the iPad. There's another option that you use an RFID chip, the transponder. So that's another version. You don't have to enter a pin, just put it on the glass and the dock will open. That's our lockable version with the pin code here on the side. Another nice feature is that you are able to power the dock with 110 to 30 volt, of course, but also with PoE+. So you only need a network cable at your installation, and that is everything you need to power your dock. And of course, you can charge your iPad over the CPU Plus as well. And there's a low voltage version, of course, from us. So even for the other category products, so the fix or surDock at the beginning, I think I forgot it. We have a PoE Plus version for that too. All right, and now we came to our high class version, the iBezel, the touch dock. What is this? It is, or it has almost the same feature I told you I show you at the iDock, but you have more options. For example, you have this 8 programmable buttons here on the right side. And yeah, the good thing is you can connect these buttons, for example, to Eltako. So you can say when I press a button here on the right, the light goes on, or you can start a homecoming scene or a leaving scene, or everything goes on or off. You can integrate it in your home system, in your smart home system. And that is so cool because it works even when the iPad is not in the dock. So for example, when you install the dock close to your door, for example, you can use these buttons when even the iPad is somewhere else in use or not in the dock. The other great thing is that there is a motion sensor inside. So why we integrate a motion sensor? I told you a lot about the smart power management, and why we integrated is we want to increase the lifetime of the iPad. The iPad is a high quality product, of course, but it is not produced for a 24 hours use. So when you would take your iPad in the dock and will increase the level for the light to 100%, then for 24 hours, then your iPad will not have a long life. So we say, what can we do? And we decided to integrate a motion sensor. So only when you wave your hand in front of the dock, then the iPad wakes up and the backlight goes on. Of course, you can connect this wake up function to your smart home system when you want. So for example, you enter the house and a normal motion sensor will give his signal to the dock and the iPad wakes up. So you don't have to wave on the dock when you don't want that. That's only one feature we have integrated. So that's really cool. And when you use this points, so you use the motion sensor, you use the smart power management, you will have a lot of fun with your iPad. Yeah, that's our iBezel, and yeah, that's really, really cool and nice feature. I will show you live in a few minutes. The iTop models. So it's a tabletop version. It's, for example, for conference rooms, for desk, and the cool thing is that they have all features integrated I already shown you. So you have this functions, this control buttons here on the right. So you can use a pin code to lock it or to unlock it. You see on the picture here below, there's a lock here on the side. And of course, it has a motion sensor integrated as well. And the cool thing is, it looks good, of course. That's why we got a Red Dot Design Award. We have released 10 color combinations for it. So it's not only available in silver and black, it's also available in other colors like apricot or gold, you see here in the middle. And that is so cool because you can really choose the version you want. And it's like when you buy an iPhone, it's available in many different colors. So, and of course, thank you, Michael, for the advice. You can change the icons on the programmable buttons here. Yeah. So when you don't want numbers on it, you can, for example, use an icon there, and we deliver a panel or a lot of icons with the docks. So there's a car, there's, for example, a light or something else, and you can change the icons when you want that. But the best and the unique feature from the iTop is, and the most important, I think personally, is the sliding connector. So what I mean with that, when you remove the iPad, you have, of course, the connector here on the side, and you can slide it up and you can slide it down. And that's so cool because you can dock every iPad size you want. So just slide the connector up and you can plug in the big iPad Pro, or you can use an iPad mini. It's so flexible and it's future-proofed, of course. Why we don't have to change anything when a new iPad is coming out. And that's really, really great, not only for us, even for you. And that's the reason why we will release a new product at the end of the month. It's the iTop OnWall. So the normal iPad is for the table, and this version from the iPad is for the wall. Same features, lockable power supply, smart power management, of course, but you can change or you can slide the connector as well. So just connect the iPad you want and you're future-proofed. Of course, you have all the colors available as well. So choose the one you like and you're done. Back boxes, only one slide, but it is an important feature and it is of course, good feature for us. So on the top, on first, you see the standard back box for the iRoom products. And it's really nice that we don't have we don't change this back box until the first release of an iPad dock in 2010. So when you bought a dock from iRoom, then you're able to change, of course, the dock and don't have to change the back box. And I think that's a very, very important point. So that's not normal. When you normally buy a touch panel or something else and you have to replace it because it's broken, and that's, of course, it happens. That is not unusual. Then you often have to change the whole back box. And of course, that's a lot of work. And yeah, of course, you don't want it. And that's the cool thing about our docks. You can use the same back box. So we have, of course, a different version, flash mounted version. So, and of course, you have to look which will look the best, but the standard back box is always compatible with the docks. Yeah, well, of course, we have a lot of overviews for the compatible iPad devices, but please just give me a call and ask us, and we will show you the right version for your customer or your iPad. Why iRoom? Just a quick overview. So the most points we already talked about. So we have a very, very, very great product line and a lot of different iPad docks, and we have a great design. And of course, the Apple certification, it's a big point that we have the electronic certified by Apple. The installation is very easy. You can use PoE Plus when you want, so only plug in a wire, no high voltage. It's so easy. It's future-proofed. You can slide the connector, and yeah, of course, you have the locking function and many, many more options, the quick keys. And another feature I don't talk about is that we have drivers for, of course, a lot of control systems. So not even only for Eltako, we have a lot of drivers for other control systems like Control4, like Savant or RTI, Lockzone. That's also a cool point. Of course, we have an open RP, a REST RP. So when you want to integrate these buttons, for example, in your own control system, then you can do it. So on our homepage, there's the RP description, and yeah, you feel free to integrate it in whatever you like. That is It's very easy. We have an app for our docks. Of course, you can configure a lot of things. I want to show you that live, and you can download it, and yeah, then you can start. All right, thanks for your attention, and I will now start the live demo.
Quickly need to yeah, okay. I think my microphone should be better now. You have been right. There was another microphone connected, which is not so good. There's one question. Is it possible to use other tablets with USB-C connector instead of an iPad?
Yeah, that's a good question. Of course it is. So I will maybe talk a little bit about the past. So at the beginning, we only supported iPads because we have the Lightning or the 30-pin connector from Apple. So there was nothing else possible. But now with the USB-C, of course, you can connect other tablets. But I have to say, we don't have the app for other systems. So we have it only for iOS, for Apple system. We don't have an Android app from iRoom. So you cannot configure the push buttons, or you cannot, the quick keys, you cannot configure the motion sensor. But of course, you can once integrate it or configure the quick keys and then remove an iPad and charge another tablet like an Android or something else. That's possible. So we will see what we do in the future. With a sliding connector, it's much easier for us to integrate other tablets. So we had an Android version, an Android dock in the past, but we no longer sell it because the Android tablets are changing so fast, and they have not so long availability. They're not so long available like an iPad. So it's very tough for us. So we have already in the past we have to change the bezel with every new size coming out, and it was a lot of work for us to do. Now with the sliding connector, it's much easier.
Okay, great. So that means the whole range is focused on Apple products, on iPads, but with the USB-C connector and, for example, the iTopOnWall, you can charge an other tablet than an iPad, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, great. But there are two more questions coming up now. How do you change the icons on iBezel, iTop?
Yeah, that's I can show you live in a second. So let's maybe answer the other question first. Are the iRoom buttons sending an EnOcean RF transmission or communicate directly via the iPad? Yeah. So I think the best way is that I will show you something live, and I think a lot of questions will be answered then. So hi again, live from the camera. So I want to show you a lot of products and a lot of functions, and yeah, we will start with our iBezel. So here it is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry again. Just for those who never used Zoom before, you now have one screen with the presentation and one with the live picture of Kai. But there's a slider in between, so you can move the slider and enlarge the picture of Kai. So this will be helpful to have a better picture, and you see much more what you're presenting.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So I hope everybody can see me. And this is the iBezel here on the wall. And of course, I will show you the features of I want to show you the feature of the iBezel. So you see here, the iPad is sleeping. So when I now wave my hand here in front of it, then you see it wakes up. And that's cool, you know, because of the lifetime for the iPad is better. And another thing is that you have here these buttons on the side, and I have integrated these buttons in my smart home system. For example, here I use the Save 4 from Eltako, and when I push the button here on the left side, my lamp is going on, or the right side, my lamp is going off. That's so cool. I can do whatever I want, just integrate it in my system. By the way, I told you that the Save 4 is compatible with the iRoom docks, of course. And another nice thing is that you maybe know the mini save, the light version, and there will come an update too, so you can integrate the quick access keys in the mini save as well. So that's a really nice small version to communicate with the iRoom docks in the future. Okay, but I want to show you the motorization, of course. So I push the button and the iPad is coming out. I can remove it. I can work, do whatever I want, and I put it back in the dock. So it's cool. It's a really nice feature. And of course, it's a nice effect when somebody visiting you and you turn the iPad out of the dock. There was a question how you can change the icons. It depends on the type of dock, of course. But you know, this dock, I can show it. You can remove the bezel and there's a connector on the back, magnetic holders here on the back, and here you can change the icons. So you can put it here in the side and you can change it and replace it. So, and of course you can change the bezel as well when you want another color or something else. There is no problem. So let me connect it again.
Okay, so as long you are connecting the frame, I asked back if the question of bezel is answered. Hopefully, yes, you can do the same on the iTop and iTopOnWall. You can remove the right part where the buttons are integrated and you can change from the backside, sliding in some icons, what Kai is preparing now.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. And I use the break to show you the icons. So we deliver this icons with the docks. So yeah, there's a lot of numbers and icons on it. So do whatever you want. It's a lot of available. All right.
They are within the package, right?
Yeah, it's in the package.
It's not an additional accessoire. It comes with the dock.
It comes with a dock, delivered with every dock with quick keys. Of course, yeah, that is the iBezel. This is our integrated wall solution. And now we come to our iTop here on the table. So same features, the keys, of course. And the cool thing is here on the side, I have a lock. So I can use it to lock the iPad. And now it's closed and you cannot remove it until you enter the pin. So you press 2 buttons. Now the key here is blinking. You enter the pin, clack, and it's here and you can remove it. That's cool because it's safe in the dock. Oh, I can show you the sliding connector now as well. So here you see the connector on the side and you can turn it down and you can turn it up. So, and just choose the size of iPad you want. It's pretty stable. So when it's one in the right position, you can connect it. So of course I have to find the right position now for the iPad, but that's only at the first time. And when it's one in the right solution. So now it's installed and it's docked, of course. All right, that is the iTop. You can buy it in different colors. That's really nice and it's very, very heavy. So it's a lot of aluminum and glass. So it's really heavy. So when you will see it and you have it in your hand, then you will know why it is a high quality product. Okay, that is a normal iTop for the table. And here on the right side, you have the iTop on the wall. So the iTop on the wall, almost the same from the features. You have the control buttons here, and I can show you, of course, you can remove it here too and replace the icons. It's also magnetic holders, no screws. And yeah, you can use it to charge your iPad as well. You have the lock on the side. And this is our new version for a in-wall or a wall solution for your iPad. And you of course have the flexibility with the sliding connector. And I have to say that's of course is so great, and I say it so often because it helps us and you a lot, because maybe not know which iPad your customer has or want to buy, and which side you need. So yeah, you have no problem with that longer. So this this iBezel in the wall here, for example, at the moment is only available for a 9.7-inch iPad. So, and when you want another size, you have to replace the bezel or the whole type. So we will bring a new motorized version in the future for other sizes from the iPad, but you have to change it. It's not a big deal. You can make it, of course, because the back box is the same, but it's work, and here it's much easier. So we are proud that we will have available it on the end of April. All right, one other feature I want to show you is the iRoom app. So give me a second to share my screen with you. When there's other questions, Michael, then now it's a good time to.
All right. There's still the open question from Nick about the transmission communication of the quick keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure. Do you like to come back to that later, or is it now the right time to explain?
No, it's maybe a good point at the moment. So that's not integrated in the moment, but maybe from further webinars the new Eltako Series 64. And of course, this one will be compatible with the iDocks in the future too. So in the future, it's possible that you can use a key here, for example, to switch a light on and off. And in the future, you can use, for example, an EnOcean push button to do something in the iDocks. But now it's not available at the moment. We're waiting for the integration process.
All right. There are two more open. In case, just in general, in case that a question we answered is not really helpful, please re-answer or re-ask again. But now I follow the sequence here, and there is a question: can I use the same boxes also for the new OnWall device, the back box?
Yeah, you can. Of course, you can you can use the same back box. For example, when I want to change this iBezel here, with the new iTopOnWall, you can use the same back box. So it depends which back box you have, how it looks. So this is it's not the flash-mounted version. So the dock stands out of the wall for about 5 millimeters. Not a big deal, but 5 millimeters. So this dock will stand out of the wall a little bit too. Yeah. When you have the flash-mounted version, it will fit directly in the box. So, but you can use it to answer your question.
So this is really great benefits, because you can change used iBezel to an iTopOnWall with the same installation. So it's just open a few screws, change the electronics, and you have the newest version on the same box, on the same position, without any installation work.
Right. That's
all right.
A cool thing.
So this is answered. They're coming more and more. Let me see. This is done. You mentioned an update for the mini safe. When will it come?
That's a good question. I cannot answer, to be honest. So we don't know yet.
Me either.
So I can say to you that we have a beta version for us to test at the moment. So it's still working, but it's not officially released. So we hope it will be available soon, but I cannot say when it will.
Okay. As soon as we have it ready, I think you will be informed by our colleagues or some further webinars, etc.
So
we will show you
that will be a big update for the mini safe. Not only the iRoom integration, that will be more function in the mini safe too. So yeah, it's a big step for the mini safe.
Cool. So some more questions here. Basil is asking, what is the difference of BBB versus BBLAX, the back boxes?
that's the flash mounted version and the standard version. So the difference is just, you know, how the difference from the wall size. So the standard backbox, it takes 5 millimeters from the wall, and the other is almost flash mounted. So that's the difference between the back boxes. And I can show you that maybe. So that is a standard back box. Yeah, the BB-B. So for the standard configuration, and you have here, of course, this little, yeah, how it's called, Michael? Don't find the word. It's when it's standing from the wall. Yeah, I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a frame. Let's name it frame.
Frame. So, and you have the flash mounted version, and then you have this frame here, and it's, you know, almost directly on the wall. And when you want to buy a flash mounted version, then you have to choose a color, because, you know, this is the frame that you will see when you put your dock inside. So when we want, for example, put this iBezel in a flash mounted version, then you have this black frame here. And that's the reason why we have different colors for the flash mounted version. I can maybe choose a white one or a silver one to integrate this iBezel flash mounted. Yeah, so that's the difference between the back boxes.
Cool. So there's one more open question from Nick. Do the OnWall versions still require a back box?
Yes, yes, it does. So I know what you mean. Maybe you say, hey, why I need an OnWall solution, a back box? Yeah, that's two reasons for that. So one is that we have this locking mechanism here in the back that's need a lot of space, because there's not only a little screw that locks the iPad, is a very heavy lock you see here, so that you really cannot remove the iPad, and that needs space. And we have this electronic in the back, so it's almost this size, the electronic, and you know, they have the PoE connector there. You have other relay contacts on the electronic. So when you, for example, want to use a normal switch, a wired switch, then you can use it to open the dock. There's a lot of more feature on this electronic stuff, this electronic part in the back. So we need the space. So of course we don't need this whole back box here. Yeah, but for easier handling, we decide, okay, then install the normal back box. We don't want to use another back box, because, you know, we have it since 2010, and you can do whatever you want with a standard back box. So we decided to use the standard back box, so that you can change and replace the iRoom docks like you want. That's the reason why you need the back box. But we will see in the future. So yeah, we maybe find a way to change it, but the future will show us what is possible.
Let me have one more additional information about that. The question was, do the OnWall versions still require a back box? So yes, for the iTopOnWall for sure. How about the other OnWall docks, like a surDock?
Yeah, that is a good question. So for the surDock, you don't need a back box. So it's just a normal European standard installation box you required, or of course a single game box or whatever. So no back box, just a normal single European standard box for the power supply. That is correct. Everything Perfect. You need.
So Nick, hopefully your question will be answered. For the iTopOnWall, you need the bigger BB-B back box, and for the let's say normal OnWall docks, it's a simple power outlet you need.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Cool. There are coming questions. So
that's cool.
Nick seems to be satisfied.
Ask, please.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the reason why we do this webinars. It should be interactive.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, we welcome every questions coming in here. So there's one. yeah, it's hard to summarize. Let me read the text. If we have a glass frame for the mini dock that needs replacing, how do we order the spare parts? Can we get a list of all the spare part models? For me, it seems like if you want to have a separate back box, a separate frame, or some separate spare parts, let me say this shouldn't be an issue. You can connect Eltako or iRoom directly, and we will support you from case to case. I think that will be best.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. So when you need special parts, I hope I understand it right. When you need special parts for the docks, so just let me know which one. Yeah, of course, we have internal list of all parts, and you of course can get a part when something is broken or the glass or something else. So just, yeah, write me or give me a call and we will find a way to replace it, of course. So that's a good point. So when you have trouble with any kind of box, please give me a call. So we have a very, very, very good support in this way. So we will replace it. Yeah. So just give me a call, say what is, and we don't need, we don't play this game like, okay, try this and Carl's back and maybe I send you this part, replace it. No, we will send you a new box and new dock, and you send us the other box back. So yeah, we want that you are happy with the dock and nobody needs that terrified process to drive to a customer 4 or 5 times to do something and try something. That decision from our founder, Mark Hofer, and yeah, we'll replace it and that's it.
Cool. So Basil, if there's any question about spare parts, they should be all available for all generation of docks. And in case there's some specific spare part needed, just give us a call, write an email, ask for that. A list about all spare parts, we need to figure out what makes sense to send out because it could confuse you a bit of so many different styles and parts.
Makes no sense. Just tell us which dock you have and we tell you which part you need then, and we find a way.
Perfect. So there's a question coming up, what was asked already, but it's still not clear. The question is, how about the buttons? Are they working with EnOcean or Wi-Fi? The quick buttons, sorry.
Not at the moment. So this buttons here, there's an electronic inside in every dock with a button, and this electronic you can connect via Ethernet. So maybe I show you the app, and that's what I want in the next step, then maybe it's more clear. So 1 second, I want to share my iPad screen for you.
And this time I can say it's for today's perspective, not EnOcean sending the telegrams from the quick buttons.
So I hope you will see my docking screen. Is that? Can you see it, Michael, or the
yes,
other?
I can see it. Yes.
So same note, you can slide it when it's not big enough. Then please make it comfortable. So here's the app, for example. I don't want to show you every point, but just the main features and some points. So for example, you have here the network connection. So the electronic is connecting over Ethernet. So that's at the moment the only way for the buttons when you want to integrate it. There's no EnOcean, no Wi-Fi on the board at the moment. So you can change the IP address, of course, and make everything works fine. Another point is, of course, you can change, for example, the thing that, what you can do with your buttons. So, for example, when you hear this beep, when you push a button, then you can turn it off or you can turn it off. You can change the pin code, of course, when you want another pin code. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not the very safe code, for example. So you can go to the motion sensor, and you set the edge of the sensitivity of the motor of the motion sensor. So I show you here on the iBezel on the wall that I have to come very close when I move my hand. I can make it from this distance as well. So it's possible. You just have to change it here. And of course, you have here these quick buttons, and you can integrate it via a driver, or you can get from our homepage. And there is the API documentation too, where you can, integrate it in the system you like. Of course, we have, you can store the settings, and you can send us an email. That's a cool, very cool thing. So when you have problems with the electronic, then just go to our app and go to send settings per email. And then we get a log file, and we can directly look, okay, maybe it's this point or this point. So you can, see easier what's going on. Yeah, that's only a quick overview. That's the app for us. So at the moment, the only way to communicate with the electronic is the app. So in the future, I already told you, we want to integrate this electronic part from the Series 64 in the docks, so that you can integrate its buttons in Apple HomeKit. You can integrate it via EnOcean, Wi-Fi, of course. So many opportunities in the future. That's not so a long way. So I hope we will make it this year. And of course, then you have a smart home base in your house. You have a dock in your house, in your project, and it's the base, it's a gateway for all other devices. And that is our option we want to show you and want to integrate in the future. All right, more questions, Michael?
Not in the moment.
Not at the moment.
To the audience, if there are open questions, please feel free to ask everything you'd like to know. But in the moment, there is no open one.
Okay, then of course, you can ask me later when you want to know something. I see, by the way, is my presentation, my contact information, can you see it clear in the presentation? I'm not sure at the end. Oh, Siri.
So now Siri activated. And yeah, you have your, you did activate the screen sharing. So the presentation is not visible.
It's not visible. Okay, then let me.
If you go back to the presentation, for sure, I think we can see your contact details.
Well, let me maybe go to the beginning, because I think that is the point where you can see it the best. 1 second, we almost there. There it is. So, yeah, when you have other questions, then feel free to contact me, of course. And I hope it was a good webinar for you, and you learned something about iRoom and our products. And yeah, oh, there's more question coming in.
Yeah.
I only see it from far, so I cannot read it. Maybe you can.
Some more minutes before the weekend starts, Kai. Okay.
I'm hungry.
There is, yeah. Nick is, so next time we start at 10. Nick is asking, can the buttons currently be configured to work with the SAFE4 via Ethernet?
Yes, of course. So that's
yes.
what's going on here. So you see this iBezel and this buttons I have integrated in our SAFE4. So when I push the button, it goes over Ethernet to my SAFE4, and I connected it to my Eltako switch, to my FSR 14 switch. So yeah, or actuator, not switch. And, that's the way it works today. Yeah. It's great, as Kai has shown live, and that's what Kai explained with the next update of the mini-safe will come for the mini-safe as well. So the IP connection from the dock to
the gateways, Safe 4, and later on the mini safe, and they will be also connectable by EnOcean.
Yeah, and another thing I have to say too is that there will always be an update available for the vButler. Maybe you know this gateway, and we also talk with the Mediola, another gateway, and we want to integrate it there too. So yeah, so you choose the gateway you want. We want to be compatible with the iRoom docs. And I think that's, of course, important that you always have a push button. So I like the control via app, of course, and Siri and everything, but I like a push button, and this button here works, yeah, very good for the home control.
Perfect. Ivan is asking, can we get a copy of this presentation? So in general, let me say what Kai explained to you at the beginning of this webinar. This webinar is recorded, or it's still recording, and later it will be recorded and we will upload it to YouTube. So you can, afterwards, you can watch the video again for sure. And the presentation itself, I think there's no point against that. Just ask Kai, contact him. Yeah. He can support you with the presentation details. In general, for sure, you can contact Kai or your iRoom, or your Eltako contact person, and we are close in contact to communicate to each other. So if there's any open question, no problem.
I think to those of you who don't know that, Eltako and iRoom is almost one company, so we are very close working together. Yeah,
exactly.
And of course,
one more. Sorry. Yeah.
Of course.
Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. When you want the presentation, no problem. Just please write me an email with your contact details, and I will send you the presentation. That would be nice. Sorry, Michael.
Mm-hmm. No problem. Basil is asking again, can we get a little white paper instruction how this is done with the bezel button into the mini safe? Let me answer, Basil. As soon as it is ready for the mini safe, we can send you some little white paper instructions. However, I think it could make sense to have a second webinar about the implementation of these functions, and then we can show it live. So not only because of Corona, but especially in these crazy times today, we like to provide videos, papers, calls, whatever. We can do it in a very flexible way.
Yeah, in general. Course. Maybe we can do a video or something something else.
Exactly. How-to videos, 1, 2, 3 minutes. Exactly. Yeah. Jim is asking, apologize, I joined the webinar later. Is there a recording for later viewing? Yes, Jim, absolutely. We record it and we will upload it to YouTube. In a couple of days, it will be edited and we will have it as nice as possible, and then we upload it to YouTube. And as soon as it is uploaded, we can forward you the link, and we will hopefully see it on social media on our channels that it is ready.
So Jim, when you want the recorded version, and just please send me an email. I can give you, of course, a quick version of the recorded webinar. It's it's not made for YouTube at this point, so you maybe have to move a little bit from the beginning to minute 30 or something when it starts, but maybe it's enough for you when you quick want to see the first minute that you miss.
Good.
All right.
No open questions anymore. No.
I hope
maybe there
good.
are some, but let's wait another minute. Maybe someone is typing in the question, but there's no open ones.
I hope I don't forget anything, but yeah, that's I think our a good short overview for our products. So, one thing I have to say again, I don't say it in the past. So, the Eltako Series 64, And when you maybe have contact with other smart home systems like Control4, like Savant, like RTI or Luxone or something else, then we will find a way to integrate this into our Series 64 from Eltako. So when you need a driver for that other control system, then let us know which one, and we have options to integrate this driver into the Series 64 as well. So yeah, that's I think an important feature, because all the standard actuators don't have the possibility to integrate these control systems. All right.
Great. So no more open questions. Let me say thank you to you, Kai. Thanks for your time. Now you're on point to get your lunch.
Yes.
Thanks to the audience. Thanks to everyone who's watching. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy. And see you soon on some of our next webinars.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Thank you all for coming, and have a great weekend and stay healthy. Bye.
Yeah, bye.